Alright, how do we do this again? Hi guys, it's been a while. Today, I thought I'd do a breakdown of the recently released Mortal Kombat 1 Chaos Reigns official announcement trailer, and share my thoughts as we go along. So, without further ado, let's corpse dive right into it. Okay, first things first. I gotta give a massive shout out to the environment artists and the environment team as a whole for this amazing rendition of Chaos Realm. Like, seriously, it has never looked better, you know? This is fucking amazing. All the colors and the different unique structures, it's a thing of beauty. A fucking masterpiece. So yeah, they nailed it. Oh wait, before we go any further, I gotta mention that I read the leaked story and dialogues for this expansion a while back, but since my memory is as reliable as a fucking goldfish, I only remember what's actually in this trailer, so I won't spoil anything that hasn't been shown yet. However, I will point out few things that you might have missed. For instance, there's this shadowy figure who initially seems unfamiliar, but later in the trailer we find out it's actually Tanya. Though not the Tanya from Liu's timeline. I'll leave it at that. We also spot Kuai Liang, along with Sector and Cyrax, and World War II Johnny, who also appears later in the trailer.
No sacred laws, no divine rules. I choose what is right.
Alright. After what feels like forever, we're finally getting the legendary Deception skin for Havoc. We only get to see his helmet for now, which, by the way, looks almost perfect, maybe a little undersized, but that's fine. You can also see he's got this head wrap thing, but it's not quite finished yet, says this isn't the finalized render of the scene. The wrap, as you can see, doesn't have any physics, which is why it's sticking up like, I don't know, a fucking morning wood or something. Pause. Anyway, actually, this reminds me of an edit I made where I didn't bother adding physics to his rap either. So yeah. Okay, that was random. Let's carry on.
The power, and I choose to bless all beings everywhere with anarchy.
Man. Jacob Craner is just too good, man. Like, yeah, OG Havoc is still peak Havoc, obviously. You know, that calm voice that doesn't match his chaotic personality on paper, but it's exactly what makes it so chaotic, you know?
Ah, a wanderer, eh? I am Havoc, a cleric of chaos. I would never think of confining a spirit such as yours.
Yeah, still the best version of him, absolutely, but I also like this and the new era version. I'm just hoping Titan Havoc isn't angry all the time. I would love to see a different side of him in the story. Oh, wait. And I've seen some people saying Titan Havoc is the same one from the OG timeline, which makes no fucking sense. I mean, I could totally see Dom doing that and butchering the character, but that's not the case here. You see, the multiple Titans came out of the battle against Kronika for the Hourglass, so Titan Havoc basically originated from the Unrest timeline. He's basically the one Shang Tsung mentioned by name in Aftermath.
Where did you send him?
Chaos Realm. Havoc will keep him entertained.
And arguably the same Havoc from the MKX comics. If Dom decided those parts with Havoc are canon, of course. Anyways, so if I'm rambling too much, guys, if you were looking for a structured straight to the point breakdown, this probably ain't the video for you. Because, oh boy, we're just getting started.
This new Havoc is different from how...
So, this is our first look at Chaos Takeda, which I like the mask. I like it a lot, actually. Not sure what Havoc is doing here, but I'm guessing this scene is part of the second chapter after the wedding gets wrecked by the Link Way. It looks like he is opening a portal of some kind or something. Actually, we can link this to another scene where there's in fact a portal in... I can't remember the name of that stage right now. Basically that area where Melina has her throne. So yeah, we'll see about that.
He doesn't want...
Here we've got Geras being injected with something. Or maybe it's getting taken out. Who knows? I'm not really sure why or what Havoc needs Geras' juices for. But maybe because this Geras is special. Since this Geras got promoted by Liu Kang to Protector of Time. A Titan, if you will. A successor, I should say, to Liu Kang. After Liu lost his immortality. Maybe it's because this Geras can now watch over all the timelines based on his ending. I don't know. At this point, I'm just throwing out theories for the heck of it.
Freedom. He wants to burn everything down.
So, here we have Bihan looking all cute and scared while in the process of turning into Noob Saibot by this thing, this edging serum thing. I wonder if this serum or liquid is the same stuff that was taken out of Geras. I don't think it is, since that doesn't really make sense to me. But who knows?
Let real warriors handle this.
So, this is our first look at Sector, the gender swap version. I think the design is overall excellent. My only gripe is that she doesn't have blue LEDs for her eyes. Because the green, that's Cyrax's thing, you know? Alright, so this is our first new stage and it looks lovely. I love the atmosphere and the lighting. But this is basically another area from the Wuxi Academy where Kuai Liang is gonna have his wedding with Harumi. Yeah, the stage is pretty cool. Hold on a minute. I just noticed this. Is this a fucking scorpion tail? What do you call it? A stinger, right? No fucking way. They really put stingers out for my boy's wedding decorations. That's crazy. Kinda corny if you ask me, to be honest. I like the flare from the fire. But I didn't see any rockets. Interesting.
My will is unbreakable.
Hell yeah, I love that accent. And now for Cyrax's gameplay. She still has the bomb, so that's good. Okay, cool. I need to see more though. And there he is. I'm wondering if this hand at his waist serves any purpose or if it's just there to look more menacing. Either way, you can't deny this design isn't badass. I'm so stoked to have Noob back.
You sound like Bihan.
Now this is interesting. You'd think this Chaos version of Sub-Zero would totally work for Havoc, so why is Noob fighting against him? Makes me think maybe Noob might have a change of heart and eventually join the forces of good in this battle. I'm just hoping that the the redemption arc, the build-up and payoff for this quote-unquote redemption arc are well done, because, to be honest, that's something I wanted for Bi-Han for a long time, like, not gonna lie.
Though not as you remember,
What did Havoc do to you?
perfected me.
Perfecting you, he did, for sure. Hold on. Now this is interesting. Let me find a clear frame. Alright. There you go. So, how do I say this? What in the Injustice 2 Black Manta's goofy ass looking helmets is this fucking helmet? Like, bro. Also, you can see like there's more than just two cyborgs in this scene. And yeah. And at first, I thought this one right here was Cyrax, just with a different helmet. But now, I'm thinking it's just another female Cyberlink Way with either Cyrax or Sector's body, but, you know, with different gear and palettes. That's pretty smart, actually. Rather than, you know, making new models for some random NPCs. Noob Cybot pulling some Matrix moves, nothing so special. And okay, so here we get a full look at Noob's design. And man, the more I see it, the more I'm convinced it's his best design yet. That might not be the case for everyone, but at least a lot of y'all agree with me that this shit just goes hard.
First Shang Tsung.
And here we see Havoc somehow infusing himself with the Kamidogu. Now the interesting part is trying to figure out the timeline origins of these Kamidogu. Or heck, maybe they aren't even bound by time and space. Like, man, this shit is just too confusing. Like, why did NRS do this? We were better off without the whole multiple timelines and the time travel nonsense. Like, look, the point I'm trying to make is that these Kamidogu seem to be the same ones from the OG timeline, or at least a reference to it. So, we've got the Earthrealm Kamidogu, the Netherrealm Kamidogu, the Chaos Realm, Outworld, Edenia, and Order Realm. But as far as we know, there is no Chaos Realm in Liu's new era, and the term Edenia is just used for the human-like race from Outworld, who are now called Edenians. So these Kamidogu must be from another place, most likely from Titan Havoc's timeline. We'll see.
Now this Havoc?
This will be amusing.
I love him so much. Say what you want, but NRS really knows how to make some goddamn hype trailers. Okay, hold on. So, here's World War II Johnny in a pretty traditional Asian Southeast Asian setting. I'm guessing this is when Sector and whoever was with her met Johnny in his own timeline. Based on this, you know, architecture, they probably ran into him during battle in one of the Asian countries that was at war in that period. Maybe the Philippines, I don't know.
Tell me, how do we escape this crisis?
That's funny.
Disgust me.
So here we have Kuai Liang in his wedding drip, pretty cool.
How you've corrupted the...
And here we have Cyrax and Sector fighting. I'm guessing at some point in the story, tensions rise between them and they end up turning on each other for whatever reason. You know what? For once, I'm actually kinda glad my crappy memory failed me, because I don't remember any of these details from reading the script a while ago.
Make no mistake, we are here because of your treachery.
Bro, I can't handle this level of badassery, man. Look at him twitching. My boy Havoc is enjoying that stuff a bit too much, if you know what I'm saying. But there you go, guys. That was the story trailer. But there is more.
Do you like scary movies?
Alright. So, here's the part where I gotta express my, let's call it, letdown with this expansion. Look, if you are into Ghostface and you wanted this character, I'm genuinely happy for you. I'm not here to trash talk anyone's preferences. And I believe Mortal Kombat, with all its installments, has in a way or another delivered on what people wanted. I personally got Spawn in MK11, so I'm satisfied. But with that said, personally, I don't give a fuck about Ghostface. The only connection with this motherfucker I have is that I used to have a Ghostface mask as a kid that I was actually scared to wear. That's it. I didn't watch the movie. I just couldn't get into the Scream franchise like a lot of people of my age did. So, when the character was data mined, I tried to give him a fair shot. So, I watched the first Scream movie since, you know, the first ones in a horror genre are usually the best, right? But I just couldn't finish it. It was too boring for me. Like, the lack of menace, the bad acting, and the gimmick of having more than one Ghostface just didn't vibe with me. So yeah, that was my 2 cents on Ghostface. Actually, I'm also having trouble imagining how they'll make him interesting gameplay-wise. Maybe they could do something with that whole multiple Ghostfaces gimmick? I don't know. But NRS has definitely shown they can make like seemingly boring guest characters play well, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Now, T-1000 on the other hand, yeah, that's the shit right there. Not only does he have crazy potential gameplay wise, but it's fucking T-1000. This dude is the definition of early 90s menacing villain. But I'll be honest, at first when the data mines started popping up, I was kinda pissed about this choice. I thought Chrome was literally there. They could have finally given us a new ninja with powers similar to T-1000, but cooler because, you know, he's an MK ninja, and ninjas are the coolest shit in MK, you know? Plus, having an MK character as DLC is always better in my book than a guest character. But then I found out that Ed Boon has mentioned before that requests for this character, Chrome, were annoying him. And apparently the guy behind the idea for Chrome was a bitch who claimed he owned the idea or something and said some pretty nasty stuff online. So, avoiding all that drama, I think having T-1000 in MK1 is pretty much the closest we'll get to Chrome. And I have no doubt he's gonna play cool. Plus, we have mods in MK1, so that's always a plus. Look at this move. Conan the fucking Barbarian in Mortal Kombat. Enough said. So this is our lineup for KP2, guys. And you know, after some careful thought, I gotta say it's pretty cool. Like, the MK characters are undeniably sick, but I also dig that there isn't a super clear theme with the guest picks. We've got one from the horror genre, and one from action, and one from, what do you call it, like fantasy, adventure-ish genre. I know this might be an unpopular opinion, but I actually think this is better than having like a consistent theme for the guest characters. And it kind of fits the whole Chaos thing, you know? So yeah, it's pretty brilliant. So this is our KP2, fucking cloak man or woman, who knows, with a kitchen knife, Kuro-chan infused with monster energy, a fucking Deadpool and Wolverine ad, Kotal Khan on steroids, literally, and
The policeman!
this shit is just crazy, dude. And here comes my favorite part of the whole trailer. As someone who used to be a zoology nerd, seeing the return of animalities makes me really happy. Okay, first up, we've got Havoc's animality, a hyena, which is pretty fitting. But interestingly, if you go back and look, you can see the bones showing, which is kinda sad. Like, why does the animality have that detail, but not Havoc's actual design? Like, what the fuck? Oh well. A hippo for Garrus, nice. So, a gorilla. I'm thinking this might be Peacemaker's animality, just because there's a scene in the show where a gorilla, real gorilla, shows up. A T-Rex fossil, one she coded for sure. Alright, this is clearly Kenshi's animality. But it's interesting how this wolf has these white blind eyes when Kenshi in MK1 only has like empty sockets. A cool detail for Kuai Liang's animality is that, as you can see, he retains like the scar in this form. So, nice touch. Yeah, and we already know the pufferfish's ring. Man, I absolutely adore this transformation sequence. Like, the animation team went above and beyond with these transformations. Like, kudos to them. Gross. And of course the logo is sick too. Yeah man, this trailer is just 10 out of 10 from me. And yeah, all the MK characters will be available on day 1, which is pretty exciting. And here we have a look at the pre-order skins. Empress Melina in particular really caught my eye. I like that she's got the veil, which makes an MK Deception skin for her seems a lot more possible now. Well, technically speaking at least. I remember like a developer at NRS mentioning that they couldn't make the veil work because of her intro animation or something. You know, where she like slides her mask down to her chest. But yeah, I think now an MK Deception skin for her is looking more likely. But honestly, other characters should get some love too, like, don't get me wrong, because it feels like only these 3 characters are getting skins, and plus Reptile. But yeah guys, that's it. That's it for my breakdown and thoughts on the Chaos Reigns trailer. If I missed anything, let me know, and if you wanna see more unscripted videos in this fashion, well, let me know. And I'm also thinking about doing some ranking videos and gameplay stuff, alongside the usual short edits, of course. And yeah, a like would be awesome. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button. And with that said, I'll catch you guys next time. Take care.